the Arizona Pearson Vue final exam. Are you nervous? Are you ready? Are you excited? Well, you should be. This is your future, baby. You ready to get that $1 million money? You ready to get them $1,000 homes sold in a recession? Arizona's doing well, and hopefully we continue to do well even in a slow economy. If it slows down, don't stress too much. All right, I took my exam this week, and I passed. Today is September 8th, 2023. I'm going to go over everything I learned and experienced through my journey, so hopefully it will help you or answer any questions you may have. Towards the end, I will give you some tips for the school exam and the final exam that will hopefully help you as it helped me. Now, number one, it's going to cost you $75 every time you have to take the exam. That's right, $75. It's a lot of money. But of course, if you have to take it multiple times, look at it as an investment, you will get the money back. $75. All right, number two, if you fail the exam, you have 24 hours or you have to wait 24 hours before you can take the exam again. So let's say you take it on Monday at 6:30 in the morning. You have to wait until Tuesday, 6:45, 7 a.m. It's not that bad. So for me, at the location I went to, I'm in Phoenix. I went early. The location opened up at 6:30 in the morning. I think it was 6:15 or 6:30 in the morning. And you're good to go. Number three, you will go to the Pearson Vue website, create an account. It's very easy. Follow the steps. Once you put in your address, they will allow you to choose from three different locations or compare three different locations at once to see who has the time slots and days that you would like. I wanted to go to the Tempe location. However, the whole month, I was shocked. The whole month was booked. So I looked at two other locations closest to me, and I had no issues. Every day, for the majority, every day was available in time slots, morning, afternoon, and evening. Number four, once you arrive at the testing location, you have to provide 2 forms of ID. I provided my driver's license and passport card. They will have you sign in and take your picture. I brought my own calculator. I also brought a jacket, at which point the instructor advised me that they have to go through, they don't physically go through your pockets, but they want to check to make sure you didn't bring any additional items or you're not trying to cheat. So I had to empty my pockets, my pants, and in my coat. I was also advised to lift up my pant legs to make sure I didn't have anything in my socks. So I was like, wow. So I remember I was just curious. I was like, how many people have you caught trying to cheat? And he said they've caught numerous people trying to cheat. So I would not recommend it. He did tell me that if you do get caught, you will be banned. And he didn't just tell me this. I asked a couple more questions, and he said that they ban people, so you will not be able to take it. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to unban yourself, but definitely don't try it. Tell your loved ones, your friends, don't try it. All right, so your phone has to be on the off position, not silent. They will give you a key to a locker. You can put any additional items that you may have brought in your locker. They do allow you to bring water, no food, no other drinks like soda, no weapons, of course. If you have your gun on you, you have to leave it in the car. If you have to use the restroom, you can get up at any time you would like and use the restroom. You do not have to raise your hand. I went to a room that sat about 6 to 8 people, 6, 7 people. And that's it. They do provide you with, if I didn't say this, pen and paper and earplugs. They're cheap, foam ones. They don't do a good job, but they do help if someone else is typing loud or being loud or clearing their throat 1,000 times. You do have earplugs. Number 5, once you complete your exam, Pearson Vue does provide a survey that they want you to take. I don't know if you can not take it, but it's about 10 or 15 questions. Another thing that the instructor told me is that Pearson Vue changed the exam 3 weeks ago. So remember, today's September 8th, 2023. 3 weeks ago, they changed the layout. I don't know how it was before, if it was easier, harder, but they changed the whole layout. So for me, it wasn't that bad. Everything, of course, is multiple choice. One thing I can say is it was not what I expected from how I saw it or how I was taught or shown the questions from my schoolwork. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but just the questions and the wording was not similar to how I saw it on my schoolwork, or my coursework through school, if that makes sense. But other than that, it's very easy, multiple choice. You don't have anything to worry about. But yeah, you have to take a survey, short survey. They'll just ask you some basic questions, and then for us at the location I went to, there was a basket. You put your paper, your pen, your calculator, and then you can get your items out the locker. They'll provide you a paper that tells you whether you passed or failed. And that's it. Number 6. Now, if you pass, congratulations, of course. Now, here's the crazy thing. And I say crazy because I actually wanted to know how I did. I wanted to know what I got wrong. So I called Pearson Vue, and they told me that, sorry, you cannot see your exam even if you pass. They will not show it to you. However, if you fail twice, you have to fail twice. If you fail twice, you can contact Pearson Vue, and they will allow you to see the whole exam to see what questions you got wrong. So on your third attempt, you'll be able to study a little bit more in those areas that you did bad in or you got wrong. So that's the only thing. If you fail, you'll be able to see if you fail twice, you'll be able to see the exam, the whole exam. Number 7, if you need to get a pen, I'm going to give you the Pearson Vue phone number. If you have any questions, of course, you can contact them directly. That number is 888-405-5776. 888-405-5776. Number 8, once you pass your final exam, you will receive an email from Pearson Vue stating congratulations with your next steps. You have to submit your application. So you have, in your school should have already, I'm pretty sure they've told you the list of what you need. Plus, of course, you've learned that in the schoolwork, what you need for your application to get your license. So you have to submit that to the Department of Real Estate, Arizona Department of Real Estate. You have to submit that to them. Surprisingly, I thought it would take days or weeks, but I was approved within 24 hours. It happened very quickly. So you just submit that information, everything you have, and you'll hear back. If there's anything wrong, you'll hear back from them. I did the same day. I actually missed one of the forms. I forgot to provide one of the forms. They contacted me within like the first hour of my submission via email. I heard back from them, sent it to them, and within 24 hours, everything was good to go. So you will hear back from them quickly if there's any revisions or anything that needs to be done, and give it a 1 to 3 days, and you should be approved. But yeah, that's it. You just submit your application, and once you receive a congratulations email from them, then your next step is to find a job so you can hang your license. Now I'm going to go ahead and provide some tips with you. Hopefully these help you as they did me. So the first thing I did, I don't want to say the first thing, but one thing I did is I'll show you, I'll put a picture right up right now, but I had flashcards, different color flashcards. So when I was driving to the school tests, I also did this for the final exam at red lights, or if you're in traffic. One thing I did is I got to the testing center early so I could review my notes and just go over everything, but I had these flashcards with me. So if I was at a long red light, I would review them. When I was in the parking lot, I went over my flashcards. So I would definitely recommend making some flashcards, especially in your weak areas, so you can continue to review them. whether it's like I just said on the way to your testing, or let's just leave them all around the house, in your office, in your baby's room, in the bathroom. When you get out the shower, they're right there in front of you on the wall or in the mirror. And just put them certain places where you always are, in the kitchen, and you see them every day, every week. You just see these flashcards, so you know exactly what to study and just get it in your head. I would definitely recommend that. Also, your fingerprints and your contract writing. Your contract writing, of course, you need that before you can pass the school. This will assist you by taking off some hours when you're ready to renew your license, so that's helpful. But your fingerprint card, I would definitely get that out the way. Of course, you don't have to do it while you're in school, but for those who are still in school and you're not ready to take the final exam, I would definitely recommend getting the fingerprint process done while you're in school, because it can take weeks, 2-3 weeks. Of course, it may be done in a week, but it can take weeks. So if you don't want to wait, if you're trying to get a job immediately, I would recommend doing that weeks in advance, maybe at least 30 days in advance, to get that out the way. Okay. Let's get right into it. I know what you want to know. I know what you want to hear. You want to know about the math. Okay, so let's talk about math. I got some good news. For those who are not that good at math, if math is not your strong point, or you have a hard time getting the assistance, the studying that you need, the tutoring, the good news is you can still pass. You can fail damn near all the math and still pass your final exam. Now, no, I'm not saying to ignore the math. I'm not saying to overlook it and don't study it. You definitely want to understand and know the math for the exam. However, if it's not your strong point, again, you can fail damn near all the math. As long as you do well on the rest of the exam, you will pass. Now, I will leave a link in the description. Pearson Vue offers a beautiful breakdown of the whole exam and how many questions from each section will be on your exam. Now, the real estate statutes will consist of 18 questions. So you want to make sure you 100% ace the 18 questions. All right, maybe get 1 or 2 wrong max, but you want to make sure you understand completely your real estate statutes. Now, the second, commissioner rules, 14 questions. Agency relationships and manager duties, 13 questions. Contract and contract law, 10 questions. Now, the math, I believe, is 12 questions for the math. Okay, so again, the landlord, Arizona Residential Landlord Act, 6 questions. So I'll leave a link below. You definitely want to print this out or take a picture of it. So when you're studying, you'll know the breakdown of your exam and what you should focus on the most if you're not good in math. The math isn't that serious. If I remember correctly, I would say... well, I guess the exam is going to be different for everyone. Everyone doesn't take the exact same exam. So either way, you'll be fine. Another thing I want to say is CompuCram. That helped me a lot. So I would definitely recommend it for those who want some additional quizzes or exams to take on top of your schoolwork. I really appreciated it. Now, one thing I would do, I don't know what the regular price is. I know it can be expensive. I would wait, this is from my experience, I would wait to a holiday, for example, Labor Day. I'm not sure if they do one for Halloween, but Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, I'm pretty sure they're going to have sales. They always have sales throughout the year, so just check if you can. Wait for a holiday when they drop the price. They're going to have a promotion. I believe I got like 50 or 60% off the regular price, which was over $100. I believe I paid like $30-40, and I got the exam that did Arizona plus the national. So I had a lot more information. I wanted to make sure I succeeded and did well. So that's another thing. CompuCram, you can Google it. I don't know about the others. There's a whole bunch of other ones out there. I've heard they're good. That's just the one I went with, and I was happy. And last, I would recommend to review your school exam. So my school allowed us, whether you passed or failed your school exam, to review it. So I would definitely recommend reviewing your school tests to prepare you for the state test. Of course, along with everything else you're remembering and reviewing and studying, I would also recommend to review the school tests. Now, that's it. If you feel this was helpful, if I answered your questions, if I didn't, if you have other questions that I may have not gone over, just comment below and I'll get back to you when I get a chance. And if you felt this video was helpful, I would appreciate if you can leave me a thumbs up. Good luck on your exam. Don't stress yourself too much. Worst come to worst, you just pay $75 and soon you'll be selling $1 million homes in the valley.